Hi friends, welcome back to Masters of Chemistry. We are studying the solid state reaction from physical chemistry. So far we discussed the method of single crystal growth. In this we discussed the two method. One is solution growth method and second one is the melt growth method. So in this particular video session we are going to discuss the chemical vapor transport method, which is a relatively new method for growing the crystal from the chemical substances. So in this method the chemical substances transported by the vapor in order to grow the single crystal. So let's understand how to grow this crystal by using this method. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for further notification. So let's start to study in detail the chemical vapor transport method. The chemical vapor transport method. So in this method the chemical substances are transported by vapor phase. So this method generally used to synthesis of new compound or purification of the compounds or for growing the single crystals. So let's understand how to grow this crystal by using the apparatus of this chemical vapor transport method. So this is the general apparatus of this method, which consists of a silica tube. So this is the silica tube in which the reactant A is placed at the one end of this tube, and the gaseous transporting agent B is placed at the other end of the tube. Now this whole apparatus, this whole silica tube, we can place in the temperature gradient. So what is meant by temperature gradient? Temperature gradient means we can apply the temperature in different direction with different rate. So such that if this is the temperature, this direction is the temperature, we apply this temperature in different direction with different rate, such as T1 is one rate, T2 is the another rate, and T3 is the another rate, and the minimum temperature change is kept as 50 degrees Celsius. Now as the temperature increases, the crystals from the A is start to melt, and the reactant A start to react with this reagent transporting gaseous reagent B to form a gaseous AB product, and after that it decomposes to the cooler end of this tube to decompose this gaseous AB to form a single crystals of reactant A. So this is the general procedure for formation of crystals from this method. Now there are two conditions for the growing of crystals, in which end of the tube the crystal be grown. If the formation of this gaseous AB is endothermic, endo means there is no release of heat during this reaction. If the formation of gases is endothermic, then the reaction takes place at the hotter end of the tube. This is the hotter end of the tube at T2, and decomposition of AB is takes place at the cooler end of the tube, and the crystals are deposited at this cooler end of the tube if the formation of AB is endothermic. So on the other hand, if the formation of this AB is exothermic, if this formation of AB is exothermic, then the AB reaction takes place at this cooler end of the tube, and this decomposition of this AB takes place at this hotter end of the tube, and crystals of A is formed this hotter end of the tube. So this is the general conditions for formation of crystals. Now let's see some of the examples of this endothermic and exothermic reaction. For the endothermic, the reaction is the formation of gaseous platinum oxide, so at the temperature of 1200 degrees Celsius or higher, in which the decomposition or decomposition or deposition of crystal takes place at the cooler end of the tube. So this is a platinum in solid. When it is react with the oxide, then the formation of gaseous platinum oxide, which is decomposed at the cooler end of the tube, and deposits its crystal at the cooler end of the. Now let's see the example of exothermic reaction, and it is the formation of chromium iodide, which is decomposed at the hotter end of the tube and form the crystal at the hotter end of this tube. So thank you for watching this video.